It's your girl, Marquita Beyond, the Pink Link Podcast, where we have powerful, innovative, next level conversations with a K. You already know because we're fancy like that. And so to my left, I have two lovely ladies. We have Miss Esther and Ann here. Me and Ann go way back. We were just talking about that. So about 8 years back, Ann.
Yes.
Yes. So, and I just want to mention that we're at Rise Coffee Cafe and also Shin Studios. They're sponsoring this video today as we are able to interview our lovely guests. So make sure you check them out. And what's the location? Roswell?
It's Roswell.
Okay. So Roswell,
92 in Sandy Plains.
92 in Sandy Plains. So be sure to support these great businesses in this area. And we're gonna get into it. So and Miss Esther, we're gonna start with Miss Esther because she has the nonprofit, and Miss Ann is also working in it.
Event coordinator liaison.
Okay. Yeah. And so Miss Esther, tell the audience more about yourself.
Well, my name is Esther Walgeren. I'm a registered nurse. I run a senior living business, which is assisted living communities. And from there, that's how we started the nonprofit, because we encounter so many families going through hardship and not having enough money to pay for care homes. So that's where this nonprofit was born.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So you have a senior living business as well as the nonprofit?
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing. Yes. Congrats. So, Ann, I'm gonna let you do your introduction. I'm gonna go back to her.
Okay. How I started with Esther, or how do you want me to?
Just a brief intro about who you are to the audience, and you know what you do with them.
I'm Ann Lafferty. I'm the event coordinator liaison for Global Blessings. I actually was ready to go to corporate. Well, my husband got a corporate job, and I said, "What am I gonna do?" And working with seniors has been my dream for a very long time. So I decided to go on Indeed.com and find a place. And I thought I would be great as an activities coordinator because of my personality. I'm so bubbly and so lovable. Mm-hmm. And how can they not like Ann Lafferty?
Exactly. How can you not?
So I interviewed, got the job, been with them for almost 6 months now. I'm really happy. They asked if I wanted to be their event coordinator liaison for Global Blessings. I said, yeah, I'm good at putting events together. I'd be great at it. Mm-hmm. And it's been great ever since. It's been my dream.
Excitement. I'm excited for you.
Congrats. Thank you.
So, okay, so back to you. Mm-hmm. And first of all, and congrats too, because she had been speaking this, working with the elderly for years. And that's why I tell you all, what you speak is what you are affirming. Like my kids, sometimes they think I be being hard on them, but if you continue to say something or believe or think, whether that's positive or negative about yourself in your life, it will show up. And it has showed up for Ann in a positive light because that's what she desired. That's what she was seeking. That's what she wanted. That's what she was yearning. That's what she desired. So we talk about that all the time here. Manifestations, affirmations, and you see it, you know, Ann is doing what she's said for years she wanted to do, even though she has a business. But this is something that's dear to her heart, so I'm excited for her.
Oh, thanks. I still do the junk removal.
Yeah, she still do her junk removal, but that's what I was just saying too, and I'm glad you said that because you can still do whatever it is you want to do for its work or career. But if something is just steady pulling you or egging you or at you and you can't let it go, find a way to do that too. And that's what we talk about, purpose. Like you can still work a job or have your business, but this is purposeful for you.
That's right.
I love it.
And I love it. Yeah. Exactly.
I love Esther and her family. They're an amazing family.
Yes. Okay, Esther. So back to you now. Mm-hmm. You said you have a senior living home and also a nonprofit organization. Mm-hmm. And in that you help seniors outside of that to seek help that may not be living in a senior home?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, so what are some of the things that well, we gotta go back. Y'all, I'm off today. Mm-hmm. But did you grow up in Atlanta or where are you from? I get an accent.
I'm originally from Nigeria.
Oh wow.
Yes,
okay.
I've been in Atlanta since 2004. Prior to that, I was in Boston. We moved here 2004 because we just wanted to change, cities. That was when I started the senior business, personal care home. We started with about 3 homes at that time. We grew it up to about 9 homes at one point.
Wow. So
Yeah,
you come from
so
Nigeria.
mhm,
How was life in Nigeria? Because I like to go into that when I'm talking to the guests, just to get a like, how was life in Nigeria? And now you over here running, this thriving business
yeah,
and giving back to others.
mhm,
Like being fortunate enough to also give back.
yes. I've always wanted to be like my life goal is to serve others. That's what my goal has been from childhood. I always wanted to do that. In back in Nigeria, I was a high school teacher, chemistry. I have a degree in biology, chemistry, and physics. So I was a teacher back then. In my whole family, everybody's a teacher. So in Nigeria, it's like whether you're a teacher or you're a nurse, something like that. But I didn't want to be a nurse because I was so scared of blood. So I
Mm-hmm.
went to teaching. So high school teaching was my purpose at that point. Not until I came here did nursing became like must do for me because I fell in love with. I was a CNA at first. So I fell in love with the elderly, and ever since it's like I can't even do without. I can't even do any other thing than taking care of the elderly.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love the picture you've painted just about your family history.
Mhm.
They had careers because most of
Yep.
the time when you hear about Nigeria or, any parts of Africa, it's been like,
Yep.
poverty,
Yes.
poor, and like they didn't have an option to go to school or
No.
become something in their lives. So I
Mhm.
love that you actually went into that. And that's why I like to ask about the childhood because especially you being away from over there, the
Mhm.
picture we was painted was
The
starving
poor.
children,
Yes.
you know.
Yep. Or
And
419. I was going to
wow.
say.
So
But,
I'm
but
just
no, Nigeria is a great country. I would say we have issues just like every other country with leaders, of course. But my family is like we're all women, so all of us have degree in that family. We went to school. My education in Nigeria is serious. Every parent must make sure their children acquire education, even if you don't get a job, but you have to have that degree. So it's very
okay,
important to
move your hair
us.
back. I don't want the hair might make the
Oh,
mic
okay.
static.
Okay.
Yeah.
So education is really important in Nigeria. Every
Right.
child that is born in Nigeria wants to go to school.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love to hear that. So, were you, as a childhood, did you have any dreams of coming to America? Or when did that dream come about?
Never had a dream until I met my husband.
Oh, well, you
Oh,
met him in Nigeria?
Yes, we've been together like 40 years
that's
now. I was
amazing.
Wow.
18, he was 19 when we met. Never thought about traveling abroad, really, to be honest. Didn't know anything about that until I met him because his two brothers were already in Canada at that point. So he started talking to me that he also have a dream of traveling abroad. So that's when I started researching about what are you gonna do over there. At that time of the year, nobody even think about going to America or Canada. We had a lot of resources in Nigeria at that point. That was like in the 90s, late
Mm-hmm.
80s. So I was in college when he had to go to Canada for school. So at that point, we were already engaged. So I had no choice. I have to meet him anyway. So 2 years later, I met him in Canada. So that was how my dream of being abroad started. We've been here
Wow.
ever since. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Hmm.
Amazing. Yes. So, and
Yes.
how has it been for you just really stepping into what you're doing with this organization? And, how has it, you're
How did it impact me?
speaking,
Or
yeah,
impact? Okay.
yeah, you speaking something for so long and actually doing it.
Hmm.
Wow. I mean, I was shocked actually that I actually got something with Esther. Like, because I've worked with seniors clearing out their homes, and help them
Mm-hmm.
cope with that, because they're losing their families or somebody wants to downsize or,
Right.
anything like that. But I've never actually worked with them daily, every day,
Wow.
but I think because of my personality
Mm-hmm.
and how bubbly I am, I they call me, they say that I light up the room. I'm a sunshine. You're a
Mm-hmm.
ray of sunshine, just like you said, sweet
Right.
as a lifesaver,
Yeah,
you
sweeter
know.
than a lifesaver.
So I think when I interviewed with her son Rod,
Mm-hmm.
he told me he saw the personality and the love that I would give to these seniors every day, daily,
Yes.
and I think that's what made it happen. To be honest.
I'm so excited for you.
Well,
So
thank you.
growing up, I know you said something about a model not too long ago. What You were
When I
trying to
was
get the Cali
16,
girl.
When I was 16, I did a lot of runway fashion inside malls
Oh wow.
with my friend Sandra, they call her Sandra too, McFarlane. I did that for a while, and then I went to school for design engineering.
Okay.
I designed vehicles. I've worked in Germany for 5 weeks for the Volkswagen. I've worked on the Mercedes
Wow.
C-Class. I've worked on the Sebring. I've worked on Volvo trucks, dual and single, dual and double, exhaust systems.
Okay.
And I've done I've done a lot. I've started
Right.
design engineering at 19. I stopped doing it at 30. I had personal reasons. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to go there.
Right.
And then decided to stay home with my daughter for 9 years for that particular reason that's personal.
Right.
And then I was a stay-home mom for 9 years. And then my husband said, "Hey, Ann, why don't you go find a job?" He hasn't, we weren't doing junk removal yet at the time.
Right.
He was working as running divisions for trash companies, and stuff
Okay.
like that. So he's like, "Well, I have an idea, Ann. Why don't we start a junk business? We could do it together
Wow.
as a team." So we've been doing that for 8 years now. And then he got this opportunity at Trash Taxi, running the commercial roll-off front load division. And I said, "What am I going to do?" And then that's when I went into Indeed and
And
found Esther, and now I'm doing this. That's my story.
wow.
Trying to make it short.
Yes, yes, yes. So as they say, seeking you should find, knocking the door will be open to
It will
you.
open for
Asking it
you.
is given.
That's
So
right.
yes.
Mhm.
You ask the
Anything's
universe.
possible if you leave it to God.
Amen.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Anything's possible if you put it all in God's
You
hands.
gotta
That's
tell
right.
them.
Amen.
Tell them.
Amen.
Yes. So we talked about your purpose growing up, and so when did you get the vision? Well, you said once you started just working as a CNA, you got the vision. So how did you go about getting like funding, and did you know anyone in business? Because I know you mentioned that your family was nurses and teachers. So how did the business aspect come to you? How did that vision come that you can have your business even though you was just a CNA?
Mhm. So as a CNA while I was in Boston, I also did real estate actually. So I sold homes for a while. Myself and my husband did rental properties. We bought and rented properties in Boston. So we were also in real estate. He got his license as well. So we were a team, selling houses, having so many rental houses in Boston. At the time we left Boston, we had like 10 rental homes.
Wow.
But once we started doing that, I wanted to further my career. So I went into LPN school. So while I was in LPN school, the vision of this particular business I do, the senior business, came from the School of Nursing. So my instructor was asking everybody, "What would you like to do after school? Where would you like to work?" So mine is like something click in my head, and I'm like, I'd love to have my own facility. At the time, I didn't know it would be possible. Really, in Boston, you have to have millions of dollars. So I said, I'd like to have my own facility so I can be very intimate with my residents. It came out of nowhere. To be honest, it came out of nowhere.
Wow.
So
It
then
came from a
it
place.
came from a place that I didn't know at the
Yes.
time.
Yes.
So and that dream was there, but of course, I knew it wasn't going to be in Boston because it would be too much money for me to get into something like that. Then after school, we started talking about moving out of Boston. It was too cold for us. It was getting too expensive, family drama, so many things going on. So we thought about going to another city, another state. So we came to Atlanta. We went to Houston. So we settled with Atlanta. So when we came here, we sold all our rental properties. We had some cash with us, and my husband is like, "I don't ever want to work for anybody. We have to start something." I said, "How about we start senior living business?" He says, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." So one of my friends found an ad on AJC, Atlanta Journal Constitution, at that time, and saw these three little homes, personal care homes, and called us because that's what we said we want to do. So she called us, and we called the owner, and we went there and saw the owner. The rest was history.
That's awesome.
So we
Wow.
financed those
Excuse
three
me.
little homes, and then we started our own personal care home business. So from there, we started growing into what we have today. Like I said, at one point we had 9 homes, so it was becoming too hectic for us because we have to run around too much. So we decided to sell those homes and then start building. So right now we've built two 24 beds, and we had one that we also remodeled. So we have three 24 beds right now that we manage, and in the process of breaking ground for another, the fourth one as well. So that's how we
Wow.
started. So the experience we had in real estate really helped us, um, with the
That's
It
business.
amazing.
Yeah.
aligned,
Yes.
like real estate to be able
Mhm.
to continue to get these extra properties,
Mhm.
to be able to do what that nudge was that you got to
Yeah.
start the senior living. Like God, y'all, God makes no mistakes.
No.
God be working even when you think it's not
Yeah.
working. And I
Yeah.
love your story. It's just like giving me goosebumps. Girl,
Yeah.
I hope I don't start crying because like you just got that
Yeah.
and then you had them doing real estate, but
Mhm.
even doing real estate, you didn't see that probably at the time,
Mhm.
but then it aligned to work together for your good.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait till you
And
hear
the same
about
with Ann.
wait
Like
till you
all
hear
those
about global
years.
blessings. That's gonna blow your mind.
Yes, yes. So tell me more about Global Blessings.
Oh, okay. So of course, Global Blessing was born out of the senior living facility, Grace Living to be precise. So we had a resident there that came in and spent about a year and a half and ran out of money. And we were getting ready to tell the family, the family actually came to us and said, Mom ran out of money. They sold her house and everything, but the money is now gone. So what are they going to do? So the only option was to refer them to low income benefits from Medicaid, which is called CCSP. So I refer them to age-wise connections so that they can get those process started. So they came back to me bawling, crying. I'm like, what's going on? We can't find any place. We don't want to move mom out of here, Esther. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, crying, like literally boiling. I'm like, my heart just dropped. So I said, okay, we come maybe next week or something. Let's have a meeting. So I went home and told my husband this story, and I said, I'm thinking of something, honey. I think we should start a non-profit that help people like this. He said, you serious? I said, yes. This woman has no money, but a few dollars. I'm like, it's okay, we can put, she can go in the shared room, even if it's more than that. I don't feel comfortable sending her out without knowing that she will be cared for or the children will be comfortable with where she's going. So myself and my husband discussed it and we called the children in for a meeting and we agreed that we're gonna keep their mom till she passes. So that's how so a friend of mine that used to be my tenant, actually, I saw her on Facebook, and I asked her who started her nonprofit. So she told me. So I called Latricia, is her name, the lady that started my nonprofit for me. So I called and asked her, "Can you help me? I want to start something to help seniors." So she said, "So sure." So she charged me not too much money to help me apply for everything I need to apply for, and that went on for about 6 to 8 months, I think. And from there, we got a 501c. And so 2020, we were approved from Secretary of State as a nonprofit. So ever since, we've been like coming along until last year. Really, we started seeing the need. We launched our website and everything. And girl, traffic, people calling in for help for seniors. So it was, I didn't know what I was getting
Wow.
myself into.
So
Yeah, so
so let me
yeah.
ask you this. For is the traffic now, is
Mhm.
the nonprofit, the help that you get, is it enough to help those call-ins that you're receiving from all those that need help?
Not really. It's every day. We
Wow.
just actually literally 2 days ago lodged somebody in extended stay right here on Canton Road. It's every day we get calls from Kaiser Permanente, One Stop, all the other organizations that actually take calls, resources, family resources programs. It's just a lot. We need some funding for this program. There's so many seniors that are suffering. I mean,
Wow.
I just played you a voicemail from a
Yes.
senior citizen that have a heart problem behind in the rent. This is what we hear all the time. It's always about the health issues.
Especially with the economy
Yeah.
now, not to
Thank
cut you
you.
off. I don't like to just focus on the economy because I'm a God source, but it's in the reality for most people who are there,
Mhm.
it seems unbearable, you know, to be
It
able
is.
to get through
Yep.
these times for them.
Everything is
Especially if
going
they're
up.
not able to just go out and do the hustle and bustle and things like that, because they just the one you just mentioned had a heart
problem.
attack and surgery and things like that, and need funds, need
Funds
money
to pay
to
rent.
get through.
Yeah, to pay rent. It's being evicted. The landlord is not gonna ask you have a heart attack. No, they have to pay their mortgage as well.
Wow.
So I hate to see seniors suffer. I feel like they've served their, all their lives. At this time, it's time for them to relax.
Right. And not
not
have to worry
worry
about
paying rent.
finances.
Yeah. So it's my heart, and I'm hoping to take this as far as I can. Because I don't mind paying out of my pocket. We funded it for a while, myself and my husband. We will send money from our paycheck to the account so we can help, because there are so many utility bills. There are some veterans that we have help, to pay rent and utility bills. So it's a lot.
So how many years have Global Blessings been in
existing now?
How long?
4 years.
4 years.
2020. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the overall personal care was how long? About 20?
Oh, personal care home we've had for 20 years now.
Right, 20 years. So you've been doing business. You've been at this for years.
Yes, yes.
And it's not something just you're doing overnight, but you're doing it for a different realm and purpose to be able to help those who are not able to come into the home as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're like a home taking care of mom or dad, you can't work, because there are so many people that don't want their parents in a personal care home.
Wow.
But they are home caring for them and they're having some hardship. We want to be able to extend our hands to them as well. So
That's
make sure
amazing.
their parents
so
can
not only for the elderly, but those who are taking care of their own parents,
yes.
to be able to help them, do what they're doing during the time that they're doing it for their parents.
That's right.
I
We
love
want to be
it.
able to extend our hands.
Yes, because they need a break too.
Yep, we want them
taking
to have
care
a
of your
break.
loved ones and your
not
elderly
easy.
parents or sick. I had to take care of my mom, and I was great and fortunate enough. But I know how that can be. It can be a lot.
Yep.
At the time I wasn't working, so well, I was blessed during that time. That's what I say, God aligned things, because I got fired for no reason. I was able to collect unemployment during the time my mom took sick, and be able to care for her without worrying about how I was gonna get money. So God worked that out for me during that time. But sometimes that's not the case, for people.
No, that's true.
Yes. So, and in your part, is that the part of the Global Blessings events that you're putting on?
Yes. I'm putting 4 fundraisers together this year. The gala's already booked again. It's for December 7th from 6 to 9 at the Governor's Gun Club.
Okay.
It's Olive Garden catering, DJ, the whole shop, $20 a person. And we are looking for vendors and sponsors and donations.
Okay. Let them know.
Yeah, we're looking for vendors and sponsors and donations for the gala and all the fundraisers that I'm putting together. I'm looking to put in a 5K run at Sweetwater Mountain Park. I'm looking to do a Zumba-thon here at Shine Wellness and Fitness.
Okay.
And also a painting event with canvases, like a painting with a class kind of with here at Shine as well.
Okay. So everything from these events, it goes towards the Global Blessings.
Global Blessings, yes.
Okay, because the grant only covers so much.
Yes.
And so.
Oh yeah, we haven't even gotten our first grant yet. We're just running off of donations.
Okay. So through the because I may seem like I'm a little lost with the grant things, because I know some of them I thought the government or whatever fund monetarily, but it allows you to get donations from corporate places and businesses when you have that 501(c) in place, right?
That's right.
Okay. So you said, is the lady, she still alive and well?
Oh, she passed away last year. I mean, the children have been they were at the gala. I don't know if you saw them. They were at the gala. They want to be a part of this as much as possible. They always tell me we're sisters now. Any event to help raise any funds, they're there.
Well, may she definitely rest in peace. I was asking because I was going to shout her out, if someone wanted to inquire about a grant, because I know their process and trusting anyone with it, you can't trust anyone with getting you approved to get a grant.
Exactly.
So if she's gotten you approved and you come this far, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so how many people do you think you have helped so far with just global blessings alone and being able to assist them and their families? And you can either put a monetary amount on there or just a number of people that you helped so far.
I would say for last year we didn't have too much money last year. We spent about $8,000.
Okay.
And this year we're willing to spend up to 15,000 this year because we had good donation last year. So we have
Great.
enough funds to help up to $15,000 this year.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
more donations, the more people support the events that and put together, the more you're able to assist others during these
Yes, that's right.
unfortunate times and events.
Yeah.
Okay, so who runs it day to day? You and your husband, or you and your children?
So my oldest daughter is in medical school. She's our executive director. She started doing it right before she got admission into Morehouse. So she does the day-to-day running, but she has a lot of volunteers as well that help her out. Right now, we're not able to afford like employees.
That's why I asked.
So
because not only you don't have to just worry about monetary giving, but maybe your time to help this amazing organization to be able to help others. So let them know.
Yes,
Need
so
volunteers
we are
too.
always looking for people to help us. Right now, I think we're looking for case managers, people to help us, like interviews, take calls, and follow up with the people that we help or trying to help. We're looking for, you know, marketing people, fundraisers, grant writers, anything that will help us
Right. That you
secure more funding for the nonprofit. We're looking for those people to help us out.
So whatever your expertise is, if you feel like you can add something to bring more attention to this global, organization, Global Blessings Inc., right? Let us know. Hit me up and I will hit up Esther, or I will hit up Ann,
Thank you.
So
Thank
so
you.
we want to make sure that we're getting the word out and sharing because what they're doing is amazing. And it's for, unselfish reasons. And that's the thing about being a purpose-driven person because many times, yes, it's something that may seem selfish because you just want to do it because you love to do it, but it's unselfish because it's a goal of helping others. That's what purpose is about. Doing something bigger than yourself, outside of yourself, for someone else and for others. So that's what you all are doing.
Thank you. And I have something to share.
Yes.
If they can check out myglobalblessings.com.
Okay, and we're going to link it below too, but let them know.
Okay, check out myglobalblessings.com. You can see what events and fundraisers. So we all under events. And on that website, there's Giving Tuesday, and there's donation section with a tab when you're scrolling up. And you can select that if you are willing to donate to this amazing, incredible cause. I mean, what she's doing, Esther, what you're doing is incredible. I can't even. No, it's all. I can
agree.
It's so true. So check that out. It also tells you how they started. It tells you about David and Esther, and in different segments. So just check it out. Check out our events. Check out our fundraisers. They'll be on there shortly. The gala should be on there shortly too because it's already booked. And see what it's all about and to help this amazing cause.
Yeah, and follow us also on Instagram and Facebook. We are there live all the time.
Yes. Okay. So in 5 years, where do you see Global Blessings?
Oh God. So my vision for Global Blessing in 5 years is to have a building. Because right now I'm having to lodge people in extended stay. I want to be able to create a building that help, just like they have halfway house for people, just to be able to have that building and secure a senior until they get back on their feet would be amazing. I would like to have a building for seniors that are struggling, just have a place that they call home until they're able to move forward would be my event goal. Yeah.
Your dream's gonna come true, Esther.
It's gonna happen.
You're incredible.
Yes.
It will come true.
And then you give into someone else. What you give out, you don't do it. You don't give to get, but when you give, you're gonna get.
Yeah, I know. So, my heart is just to give. I always wanted to be a philanthropist. And
that's my purpose.
Yes, I always wanted to be a philanthropist, and I don't want to limit it to just in America. We have needs in Nigeria as well, all over. That's why it's Global Blessing. It was there for a purpose. Blessing actually is my name. In the Nigeria language, is Ngozi. It means Ngozi. That's the award you got. So that it means
That's why I
blessing.
was wondering what that was.
Yeah, that's my name.
They gifted me with an award at the gala. I
Yes.
got the advocate
Oh,
award.
and they had the
Yes.
name on there.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
didn't know what it was. Now I do.
Yeah. So we put
Wow.
global there because eventually we want to go global, not just in America. Because the need for
Yes.
senior everywhere is the same. You raise all your children. Now all your kids have grown and you're alone. I mean, it could be difficult. I've seen it. They're lonely. They
Then
need
they right, and then they
need
children have
help.
life and bills. You know, you
And they
can't
can.
fault the children all the time. Now, some kids do need to be faulted because
Yeah.
you can take some time for your parents.
That's
They
true.
raised you.
Yeah.
They had you. Now you can't be that caught up in world and money
Yeah.
that you can't take out time for your parents. Because
Yeah.
I see that too,
Mhm.
and that is just wrong and foul. And now if they
Yeah.
done something when you was a child, understand how that relationship could be.
Mhm.
But at some point, you gotta let go and forgive if possible. I know it can be tough. Certain situations not the same, but if your situation wasn't that, you need to be making sure you take care of your parents. You
That's
know,
right.
and I pray that God bless me to continue to take care of my father in his old
Mhm.
age. I lost my mom, and I'm at peace with that because I know I was able to take care of my mother too and be
That's
there
good.
for her during her
Yes.
days.
Yes. Yes.
So yes, that's
Yeah.
imperative to how you gonna be in this world. You know,
Yeah,
how you
Yes.
treat your parents.
Mhm.
they're your parents. They
Yes.
had you. In, they put you in this world. Without them, you wouldn't be in this world.
Exactly.
That's
So
right.
even though they was horrible, if you gotta send somebody else to just do it for
Yes.
your conscience,
Uh-huh.
you know, do that maybe if you're able to, you know.
Mhm.
But make sure you do your part and your due diligence, and you're, you know, as a person, you know, like they say, don't try to um throw dirt for dirt or stone for stone. You know, just do what you gotta do to make sure you are at peace with
What's the
how
next
you handle the
again?
situation. If they, because
Exactly.
some parents don't know, like, you know, they weren't taught maybe how they was raised or their parents. You break the cycle if they didn't break it. Put it that way.
That's right. That's right.
We'll say that.
Mhm.
So, Miss Ann, where do you see yourself in 5 years with just life period with global blessings or anything else you manifesting up, girl?
Okay. I see that Esther gets all her dreams come true because that's my
Yes.
goal.
Yes.
That's one of the goals I have. I see myself with Esther until I'm a senior citizen where she's going to take care of me.
You are something else.
And so silly.
I hope I'm with her for a very long time.
I pray that
And my
too.
dream is to make all her dreams come true.
Well,
Amen.
God put us together for a reason.
I know this is it's a
Yes.
good reason for you coming to my life, and since she came into this global blessing, I mean, he is breathe and sleep global blessing. She's on the
Yes.
phone every day calling people, volunteers to my senior
Yes,
homes.
because she put this
telling you.
together, Hunty. She
I
got
am
this
telling
sponsored today through it. She was making it happen. Some
Yeah.
stuff was not working, and Ann still made it work.
Yes.
Maybe I'll be running one of her
So I'm
facilities one
hoping that
day.
you
Yes.
Maybe I'll be running one of her
Yes.
facilities.
it will come true. I'm telling you. So I'm hoping that
And I
one day.
concur. I agree.
I
We're gonna
agree.
speak that.
We'll speak that in the air so you can
You
get
will.
Whatever
it.
you put in the universe, that's
You
what
get-
comes right
that's what
back.
comes
Exactly.
right back.
So speak
Yeah.
And
it.
always be brave
Mm-hmm.
to approach and ask. Because if you don't ask and if you're not brave enough to
You
go
don't get it.
put in the universe, you're never going to get it.
That's right.
Who
That's
said, and you was preaching.
I'm preaching. My husband said I'd be a good preacher.
You be a good
Yes.
preacher.
You can't have doubt because it's enough people that would doubt you and
Yes.
stuff like that. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to make sure that you're speaking in life, that those things that you want, like put it out there and watch it happen.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, ladies, it's definitely been a pleasure. I've enjoyed you all. So, as we close out, you all, Esther, what is something you would like to just say to the audience, you know, to inspire, uplift, and empower them to go after their purpose and dreams?
Exactly. So I would like to tell the audience that this is a blessing. Serving others, having to serve somebody else is the biggest blessing you can get in life. No amount of money can buy that for you. And you don't have to have too much money to do it anyway. Just dropping a grocery for a senior that you see struggling, or saying hi, smile to a senior, or going to senior living community and spending time with them. Anything you can do to reach out just to make the world a better place, I mean, do it, please. Because for me, every time I give, the blessing is just huge in my heart. So I'm just pleading to everyone out there. We're looking for funding to help more seniors get off the street. We have people in the hospital that are behind on their rent that we need to help, utilities. So check out our website on www.globalblessing.com and follow us on Instagram and Facebook and see what we're doing. Um, Thank you all so much, and I hope to continue to spread the word out there.
Yes, love it. And anything you want to say to the audience before we close out?
Just check out the website. Check out this amazing cause. I'm telling you, it's the biggest blessing. And I'm so glad to be a part of Global Blessings myself. And I'm glad that I can help Esther and to make all her dreams come true. And I just want to say, senior citizens, oh my God, they can touch your heart. My heart melts every day. And whatever I can do to make them happy and let them know they're not lonely. They got somebody. Because a lot of them, they don't get visitors. They're lonely. Like if there's a holiday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, there's a lot of times I see that they don't have any visitors and they feel alone. But now they got me. They're not alone anymore.
Yes.
So I'm happy that I can serve and give back, and it makes me every day I wake up knowing that I love my job and knowing that I can give back to the community and help a senior have a smile on her face is the best thing that ever came to my life.
Girl, you about to make me cry.
I'm gonna cry.
That's dear to my heart too.
I love my Esther.
Oh, but that's just dear to my heart too. Like the early, I was a CNA for years, and I do some of their work, still like just with others, and then our babies like, the joy on their faces, and just them, like when you're older, you become more like a child, like a baby again. Right. So when you look at the two, and the joy in being around seniors or little babies just bring joy to my heart, because it's you having to serve them, and help them, or someone who maybe is not able to care for themselves if they are mid-range, adults or things like that. Making time for those people who need that extra uplift, encouragement, helping hand physically, and just showing up for them, and just getting out of the hustle and bustle sometimes to, okay, what can I do to volunteer or help someone? Maybe serving at a homeless shelter for the holidays, or any of these things. What Global Blessings is doing, y'all. It's just dear to my heart, because I'm a server. I love serving others. It's just, it's fulfillment. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's unselfish, but it's selfish because you be so fulfilled in doing it.
That's right.
That's true.
It fulfills you so much and give you so much joy. And
it brings you happiness.
Yes. So
it fills your soul.
Yes, it's like this. It's like this slope of both, because when you do it, you're gonna be fulfilled. And you're gonna be on that. Then, but at the same time, it's unselfish because it's not about you. It's for you doing what you're doing for someone else. Yes. So I hope you all take some insights, gems, inspiration from this interview today, and please go out and support them in any. Do you all have a Cash App or anything?
Yeah, we have Venmo and we have Zelle.
Okay.
As well, yeah, we have.
So it's on the website.
It's on the website.
So the website will definitely be in the description below. But give something. If 1,000 people were to give $5 or $1, that's $1,000 extra that wasn't there. So we hope this video make it global.
Yeah,
I like that.
We're gonna speak that. Make this thing global. Even the podcast global. So we can reach more people. Because if you're not able to give, then somebody else can give, and then they can give. I'm gonna get like Oprah up in here.
Yes, but that's my idol right there.
Yes,
that's my idol.
Yes, that's my idol too.
I don't care. I'm always
who I'm talking about Oprah. If you follow Oprah for years, you know what Oprah give out. And all this stuff that's going on out there, that ain't the energy that you want. I'm not knocking nobody, because I love the other lady too, if y'all been watching stuff. But I've been following Oprah for so long that that's how I feel like she's been a big impact in my life to do what I'm doing. So she don't spew hate. If she said or did something, she have her story, she have her truth, she have her perspective, and maybe why she did it, or maybe why it's happened that way. And you have your story, your truth, and your perspective on why it's maybe like that for you. So I'm not taking sides. I'm not gonna play sides with nobody. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all know what's going on in the comedy world with Oprah and Cat Williams and Monique. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So
I love my Oprah.
yes,
Yeah,
I still love
that's
my Oprah.
amazing.
I love me Oprah.
Yeah.
Yes, me
Oprah
too.
needs to watch this.
Yeah, she needs to watch
Hey girl, I'm gonna be on the Finger Me podcast. I'm gonna
Yes.
manifest that too. I'm with our manifestation
Yes,
series
yes.
going on. But as always, you're great in the life you desire, you create. So get to create today, like these ladies here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Maquina.
Thank y'all for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us. We
Yeah.
appreciate
You're
it.
so
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're a blessing.